and neither he nor she had any recollection that would pinpoint the divine knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of their most supreme ancestral connection. And so the children of the sun would spend an entire life wishing and hoping and praying to the energies of hell until the children of the sun themselves would turn pale. Yes, the warlord was too busy strategizing differences as the means to reach his end resorts of division and conquest. The warlord was a jealous warlord, a warlord of vengeance, greed, and wrath. And his envy regarding the amazing accomplishments of those populations who had built the obelisks, the great pyramids, and the majestic educational temples of the world, prevented him from humbling himself to those populations who resembled the great Sphinx and who modeled higher peace as a way of life. Yes, the warlord did not have enough common sense to realize that one does not cut off one's ancestral roots unless one is prepared to suffer the consequence of deteriorating into utter self-destruction. And if one should do so while being bathed and baptized in deep-seated ignorancy and lies, one must have enough humility to make quick corrective actions once supreme truth has exposed the ignorancy and deceptions which one has idolized, worshipped, and profited from. In fact, even in these modern times, the concept is, sorry, your loss, our gain. Get over it and let's move on. Yes, the warlord and his disciples and followers have been too busy strategizing ways and means to maintain absolute power, domination, and control by any means necessary to maintain him as superior and those whom he has isolated and polarized as inferior. Inferior as being bent, broke, subservient, and codependent to his social, economic, political, and religious systems. In fact, the warlord was so mentally traumatized by the adverse effects of polarizing mental blight that he has yet to fully realize how disconnected he and those of his kind are from the most supreme, seen and unseen, ancestral spirit presence of masculine and feminine energy. Due to this state of utter ignorancy, the master warlord and those mesmerized by his mastermind deceptions and lies have declared an oath of allegiance to an almighty and omnipotent monotheistic male war god nature, a nature that stands in total opposition to the supreme circle of life. That's right, a toxic nature that exists outside of the divine laws of universal order, from which the most supreme essence of masculine and feminine energy emerges in divine union as the expressions of the essence of life and supreme love. Thus was the plight of the invasion culture that emerged out of the hell and high waters that flowed into Mesopotamia and spread like a toxic plague throughout the solarized lands. Thus was the plight of Babylon, where the offspring and warlord lineages of the pale mental mindset gathered to mastermind a new world order of polarizing consciousness. Thus was the plight of Greece. Thus was the plight of Rome. And thus will be the plight of all who consume of this toxic and foul contamination as it has been passed on into these modern times. Polarization, isolation, disenfranchisement, the primary tools of the apex predator, the primary tools of the master warlord, the primary tools of the disciples and followers of the pale mental mindset, the primary tools of all who seek power, prestige, privilege, domination, and control through the social, economic, political, and religious agendas of the white supremacy ideology. Again, we remind you that the ideology of white supremacy stands in total opposition to our sacred ancestral spirit presence as children of the sun and the sacred garden culture from which we come. Again, we remind you that all of man, he and she, emerged out of the sacred ancestral DNA lineages of a melanin-rich solarized presence, divine children of the sun, an expression of the divine union of earth, wind, rain, and sun, melanin encoded as the sacred ones, man, he, and she, as we first begun. A deficiency did create the profile and characteristics of what has been categorized as whiteness. We're talking about whole life deficiencies which do cause genetic errors within the DNA. Continuous breeding of these whole life deficiencies did and will continue to cause severe damage, not only to the body temple, but to the brain as well, causing a disconnection from the sacred ancestral spiritual essence of masculine and feminine energy. Therefore, it is a total contradiction to the essence of life and supreme love for man, he, and she to glorify DNA mutation and degeneration as supreme. Rather, there should be an all-out concerted effort to establish life-affirming methodologies to correct rather than to perfect disorder. We're not just talking about physical paleness. We're talking about the primary ingredients of paleness, which are thoughts, reasonings, and actions. We must cease and desist to certify the pale mental mindset. That is to say, we must cease to rationalize, justify, support, or glorify the pale mental mindset and its polarizing thoughts, reasonings, and actions that produced an isolated and disconnected state of being, a state of being that perpetuates lust, lies, illusions, confusion, death, and deadly destruction through a way of life that thrives off of sexual violation, violence, war, and crime. The errors that manifested into global toxic destabilization exist simply because heretofore the warlord and his disciples and followers were so steeped in blatant ignorancy regarding every element of the essence of life, so steeped that they could not sense the supreme ancestral presence of whole life truth, even as the supreme truth of their sacred ancestral solar infused elders stared them straight in the face. The pale invaders could not see that the mass majority of the populations upon the earth were of a solarized presence, children of the sun, who in almost every instance opened their arms to them, only to be slaughtered, persecuted, and enslaved, and systematically colonized or totally removed from their solarized homelands. The pale invaders could not see that it was they who had mutated and degenerated into a nature that was totally in opposition to the sacred ancestral solarized presence of man, he, and she, totally in opposition to the essence of life and supreme love. And so it was, and so it continues to be in these modern times, where this is the storyline in black and white. And at this time, the racial profiles and racial dividing lines are blending and blaring into a toxic melting pot, where the prime factor is the pale mental mindset, the mindset of the apex predator, the warlord who became the social, economic, political, and religious dictator of the dominant modern warlord culture. The sad case scenario is that no one wants to deal with the adverse effects of what this polarizing culture has created, and therefore very few have the will, desire, or time to focus on detoxing and purging to heal from the opposition nature of this self that has asserted its will.
And although one would feel vague and empty within, the deceptive ability to front, fake, and pretend would make it very easy for one to produce a cocky, arrogant, and confident grin. And although its seamlessness and insecurity would be at its greatest height, all would be seen as well within this white blight.